And Paul is there, and he encounters a group of women, but he encounters who we see here. This might be the first mention of Lydia.
And he goes to Philippi, and Philippi becomes this great city, this great church that he writes the prison epistle to, which becomes called the Epistle of Joy. And there's not even a church there yet. God, are you in this? What you gave me a vision. There was a Macedonian call. Many think that Macedonian man was Alexander the Great, whose desire was to bring the East and the West together. And there would have been a statue in that city of him, and everybody would have known that he wanted to produce unity among all nations.
So he's thinking he's going to meet the man in the vision, and instead he's meeting a group of women who are praying, and he begins to teach.
Now, a certain woman named Lydia heard us. She was a seller of purple from the city of Thyatira, who worshiped God. The Lord opened her heart to heed the things spoken by Paul. Now, who is Lydia? She is a businesswoman. We know that through history, Thyatira had these very expensive purple dye that would able to dye clothing or cloth and be sold across the Roman Empire. So she was a wealthy businesswoman, but God opened her heart because Paul always talked to the Jews first, then the Gentiles, about the resurrection Messiah, this man called Yeshua.
So in verse 15, it says, when she was immersed, baptism.
It says, when she and her household were baptized, she begged us, saying, if you have judged me to be a faithful to the Lord, in other words, if you have found me to be obedient, and since you have judged me faithful to the Lord, come to my house and stay. So she persuaded them. She was such a successful businesswoman in clothing, and enough to where she has a house big enough to house house guests.
It says, when she was immersed along with her household. I think that's God, because he doesn't just want you, he wants your household. He's after our generations.